everybody. I want to wheeze them here. It is Sunday, March 13th, 3 in the morning, because it was just 2 in the morning. It's daylight savings time, so we're springing forward. Me personally, this is the time I like. I wish it would stay this way. It really sucks to leave school or work or whatever you may do and to drive home into an abyss of darkness. It's pretty depressing. There's just so much more you can do in the daylight than the nighttime. If you want to, walk around the neighborhood, walk your dog, play something, tennis, golf, hit a baseball, stare at clouds, whatever it may be, there's so many more options with daylight. And I wish they would just do away with the time change completely. I don't need an extra hour of sleep. Why do you get an extra hour of sleep? Because it's dark. There's nothing to do. And it sucks. And they need to stop screwing with the clocks, leave them alone, and let us have daylight when we come home. So those are my thoughts. Let me know your take on it. Some of you, Arizona, Indiana, I heard a couple other states were trying to pass laws to do away with it. But they don't have a time change, and then they come to states to do, and they're like, what is this? This is madness. But there may be certain parts of Indiana, I don't know. When I was in junior high, some chick, I knew Arizona, it was like, screw the rest of you guys, yeah, some chick in, 6th grade moved here, and she was from Indiana, and she was like, yeah, we don't do the time change. This is stupid. It's like, yeah, it really is. So we should do away with that, in my opinion. And in all honesty, we would actually, in my belief, save more. I won't get into the whole history on it, but anyway, we're gonna do Dive-Clops base upgrades, and we can ramble some more because I've already taken them with Mistletoe Dive-Clops as Christmas Alt-Deco, and we can sort of explain them quick because they're already logged in my handy-dandy spreadsheet. So let's do that. We're gonna actually we'll do this proper. Box stock, we have the water pedo on impact. The torpedo portion is gonna do 2233. But wow, roughly is spelled ROGHHLY. That's interesting. We're gonna fix that. Alright, we got rid of the extra H. But essentially you can have 5 mines active at once. It's kind of one of those deals. By the time you get that, you're sort of timed out on the first one anyway. But it can be done briefly. They last roughly 9 seconds. And they can do 8 to 12 on the damage. Maximum I've ever seen is 11 times. Sometimes you get like 8. It just sort of depends what the mine feels like, apparently. So let's showcase that. There's the impact. You saw the 22. Now we're going to rattle off 8s for a predetermined. You see, there's a couple of pulses and it doesn't register a hit. Sometimes it registers all the hits. Sometimes it registers, a few of the hits. It seems to be selective. The sonar, it's going to do 17 to 26. Just on its own, as you can see there. But check this out. If I shoot this guy, we've got a mine active, right? So look for the 1726. But did you catch that? You also saw a 16. That's because whenever you use sonar to detonate mines, they're going to do 16 to 24 damage. So we've covered all that. We've got just enough cash to pull this off. And I think we need 11,300, what is it, 60? Yeah, 11,360 for base, path, and soul gem with the maximum discount, which is achieved through 10 wing sapphires and 20% discount. And where's my water? There it is. Alright, so we're going to get started here. 400 will get us the first upgrade, which is put the eye in geyser. This is our tertiary attack. Press Y to unleash a geyser that pushes enemies back. Press Y again to end the geyser. So, go ahead and tell you about it, shall I? Do we want to... Yeah, we'll just go ahead and buy this. Echo enhancers, they're going to increase the range and damage of sonar for 560. So we'll grab that. And we'll stop there for now. So, what I want to showcase is put the eye in geyser, our tertiary attack. When you press Y, you're going to do that. It's got pretty good range. As you can see, it's going to do 5 to 8. Didn't see an 8, but trust me, that's the critical number. It can hit, if you just stand right here, you get roughly 13 hits on perfect occasion, if you will. It lasts roughly 9 seconds. Again, 13 hits, 9 seconds, whichever you prefer. The cool thing and the most important thing really about it is there's knockback. Dive-Clops, as you can see, not the most agile guy, and so the knockback works in his favor. That will allow him to kind of push enemies away, whether he's retreating or in pursuit. If he's in pursuit, he can use, you know, the ranged attack of the torpedo, but in tandem I think it'll work out well. Only downside to this, when we're using the tertiary, I press X, I press B, I get no torpedoes, I get no sonar. So that is something worth noting. Now, echo enhancers, that again increased our sonar range. Let me come up here and highlight this for you because this is a massive increase. The range on sonar was actually pretty decent box stock. Standing roughly in the middle of this thing. Check that out. I mean, that we're easily covering this entire turf here. I mean, I've broken those boxes now. We broke that earlier when I did mistletoe. That is, again, fairly impressive. Let's see here. The other thing, whenever we do that, let's hop down here. We were doing 1726 with it. As you can see there, we're now doing 22 to 33. And then the mines, however, if I shoot one out, you think, oh, this is going to be good. You're going to do more than 16, right? Nope. You saw the 22 from our sonar. Again, 22-33 there. The mines are still 16 to 24 when they blow up. So it's kind of a bit of a buzzkill.
Are you ready for a new magical
Power of the
upgrade?
Pupil is next for 720. Now this makes up for it. When I first got the tertiary, I was like, why can't we shoot torpedoes? This is a problem, and that still kind of is a problem, but when we have this Power of the Pupil, while using your geyser, press X or B to perform special attacks. So personally, this isn't too much of a spoiler alert, I would still prefer to like walk around like this and be able to shoot torpedoes. It doesn't work that way though. That's what happens when you use primary. And then right here, this will be our secondary. So you sort of get like a surge. The primary is what I dub a surge, and then the secondary is going to be what I dub a 360.
What you got, Skylanders?
So the bad news is the geyser still just does 5 to 8. The water surge does 8 to 12. And it seems like it should do way more than that. And then the secondary, the 360 spin, you're going to do 18 to 24. You can log 3 instances of damage. So here is the geyser by itself. Again, it's 5 to 8, and you can kind of see it pushing that guy back. When we come over here, we're going to come in. And now I'm going to do the puff, the surge, if you will. Whoops, my bad. I always hit the wrong button. You can see there sort of like it's massive knockback, essentially. So not the best showcase, but I mean that's what you get when you press the primary. Seems to me like it should do more damage than it actually does, but you know, whatever. What we're going to showcase now is the spin move, so I'm going to get 3 of these guys. I'm going to press Y to activate the geyser, and now I'm going to spin around. As you can see, the knockback on that is insane, and it pretty much just decimated them. It wasn't the damage that did it, the 18 to 27, it was the knockback. So, case in point right here, if you stand point blank facing a target, you're going to spin around enough that you can get 3 hits of the 18-24. So not horrible, you know, I think it works decently. Lastly, though, we come in.
Are you ready for a new
We're going to pick up
magical
Ping.
upgrade?
This is actually very cool, too. I don't know that anyone will really be like, oh, wow, you know, it's the greatest upgrade ever. But it's super practical. So let's talk about it. 960 is the price. Hold B. That's our sonar button, and we're going to hold it. Release to shoot existing water torpedoes and mines upon the targeted enemy or location. So that might not make a whole lot of sense. Once we showcase it, I think you'll kind of follow it. So we're going to back out of here. We will be taking tidal torpedoes with standard Dive-Clops, but we'll save that for here in a few seconds. So if I just press B, we do increase sonar damage, increase range, 2233. Now the cool thing, it doesn't initiate sonar if you hold B. It just turns into this, right? So he kind of like gets this little beam finger thing going on. And if I just release it, we do 2 hits, 22 and 22. So 22, 33, 2 times. The way I can best explain that is one is the ping and one is from the sonar blast, like you'd have if you just tap B or something. However, here's the cool part, okay? So again, you can have roughly 5 water pedos and mines going at the same time. So we'll just launch some over here and over there, etc. You can see them all. Note that none of them are near this dummy. I'm going to ping him. Check it out. Well, only one came. I guess we took too long. But let's do this. Now check this out. We're going to ping it again. See how they all just hone in on him? Sad thing is they're only doing 8 to 12. Seems like that should also do a bit more damage than it is. But you basically get like mine damage. But you can bring it in. So long story short, let's say we're in like an area, an enemy horde or something, right? And we've sort of come in, we took out some trolls or some spinning Cyclops type enemies, and then we get ambushed by chompies, and so we just shoot a bunch of mines in. And we focus on another spinning Cyclops or a spell punk. The mines at 8 to 12 for 11 times or whatever it may be that day are going to decimate the chompies quickly. So, instead of shooting 5 new mines on the spell punk, we can use our B hold attack, which is the ping, register 22 to 33 2 times, and bring in every still existing mine as a missile that'll do 8 to 12. So not like a super dramatic, you know, wow, 340 points of damage, but very, very practical if you remember to use it. So I kind of think it's a neat setup personally. Might be in the minority there, but I do. It's something that I wish would have been touched on some of the other upgrades, in all honesty. But let's go ahead and get 3 Greebles in here and just wreck them with our upgrades. So we will basically ping them all, and now we're going to fire some random missiles off, right? Nothing much is up here, just one mine. Boom, here they come. And then we can just sort of take it from there. We'll use this. We got massive knockback. He's still alive. Sonar these suckers. Again, we sort of just pulsate him out. And again, you can just kind of do it your own way, have some fun with him. So it's definitely like not the most super impressive thing you'll ever see. It's not the most efficient. It's not the most, you know, increased damage number capacity or anything, but I think it does play well together, and it's kind of unique, which not super unique, but still unique enough that it sets it apart. It's not like, you know, Thump Back where we're shooting out starfish and crud or something. It's sort of stayed true, kind of paved his own path here, and again, not something. Gill Grunt, in my opinion, would destroy this guy probably. Tidal Wave Gill Grunt anyway. Deep Dive, I mean. But there's so many Gill Grunts. Anyway, what I'm getting at is I feel like you can have fun with him despite any shortcomings of, you know, lackluster damage or something, just if you integrate all of the attacks together and kind of approach it with a knowledge of what they do and how to best use them. So that said, those are the base upgrades from Mr. Dive-Clops, our Water Element Newlander Supercharger. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Your support is much appreciated. Leave a comment and let me know your thoughts. How do you feel about the upgrades? Do you agree with me on ping? Is it kind of a cool deal? I do think you should have like brought in the mines and maybe like at least doubled their damage. When I say doubled, you have to realize they're doing 8 to 12. 16 to 24 isn't really asking for much. You know, so in best case scenario you might get like 4 of them sprung out, but I thought that was going to be another copyright claim from Nintendo. Only got 2 on. I made like a bunch of highlights out of this stream today. So the last week's stream, Sunday stream, I think 4 highlights separate uploaded, only 2 of them got claims. And Brawl, or Super Smash Bros, that's like, you can't do that on the content creator program and all. It's like their, you know, brainchild or something that they protect. So Figured that's what that email was. It was something different, which is a surprise. But again, let me know your thoughts on Dive-Clops. Also, of course, it doesn't really pertain as well here, but you got standard Dive-Clops, you got mistletoe. Which path did you assign to which Dive-Clops and why? Speaking of that, we are going to assign tidal torpedoes to this guy, standard Dive-Clops. Just because I like his aesthetics better. I think the color scheme he's got, sort of like the dark blue, the turquoise, the green, it's very playful, very colorful. Big fan, particularly of Dive Bomber. I think it just plays together very well. But I'm going to give him tidal torpedoes because I think I will like it better. I haven't taken it, so I don't know. Mistletoe Dive-Clops, you got Dousing Dowser, however you want to pronounce it. Primarily because, again, I prefer the aesthetics of standard, and I'm hoping I like the torpedo path. Plus, Dousing Dowser sounds like a reindeer, and it's Mistletoe Dive-Clops, so that's sort of the auxiliary reasoning. But, let me know your thoughts. Make sure to follow me on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Once again, thanks for watching. I should mention, you cannot activate the sonar in the air, which I thought was sad. But you can shoot the missiles off from the air. Similarly, you can sort of initiate, the geyser attack, but it's not that big of a deal. But I do like to be thorough and log that stuff for you. But once again, thanks for watching. I'll catch you back here for our next installment of Skylanders Research.